Good afternoon, Toastmasters. As you might be able to tell from the title of my speech is about getting something done. Have you ever had like some big thing in your life that you just want to, it's a long goal, but you want to stay on track and you want to accomplish it? Some of you might be graduating from the Citadel, getting your band of gold, stuff like that. Well, I'm going to give you three things you need to keep in mind and have when you want to accomplish a long-lasting goal. So I think the first thing on your list is you've got to have something that drives you, something that gives you that initial push to start and get you going on your track to accomplish your goal. Now, I can't speak for any of you, but my drive, my push is my mother. You might think of that as a positive thing, but unfortunately for me, it's more of a negative thing. My mom is probably the most pessimistic woman that I know. I don't think the words, "you did a great job," exist in her vocabulary. I love my mother to death, but I just never think that I've done enough. So I go home every day every furlough when we get in the Citadel. And I have a brother that goes to Clemson. And I'm working my butt off in school. I'm making really good grades. My brother is academic sophomore. He should be a senior. And I just feel like he just gets whatever he wants when he goes to school. And I'm here just sitting here like, I go to the Citadel and I get nothing. So all I want to do is when I hear, like, "you did a great job for my mom." And I know she knows that I'm doing a great job, but I think she also knows that I use her as a thing to drive me. So I think she doesn't want to tell me that. Now my second goal, our second point into getting this goal accomplished is to never second guess yourself. Now there's a lot of different instances of people second guessing yourself. Personally for me, last year I had the privilege of going to U.S. Army Airborne School. And it was a big deal as a freshman for me to get a slot. I was the only one in the school that got one. And the only reason that I got this slot, I was all right at doing PT and stuff like that, but it's because all my classmates that were freshmen with me, all of them, I asked them, "Why didn't you go out to the school slots?" And they said, "Oh, I didn't think they were going to give freshman slots. I didn't think I was good enough." And I know like 15 of them could have smoked me on anything that we did that tried out for it. Now I want to point you in the direction of someone else, someone famous. His name is Diego Costa. Some of you might know who he is. He's a striker in soccer for Chelsea, an English Premier League team. Now Diego Costa is the #1 scorer in the English Premier League right now, and he just came into the English Premier League. Now I'm going to take you back 8 years ago. Diego Costa was an upcoming striker. No one knew who he was. No one knew what his talent was. And the man that manages Chelsea right now, Jose Mourinho, looked at him and he said, "He's never going to make it. He's not going to be a class striker. He's not going to be one of the best." And did Diego Costa say, "Oh, I'm not good enough. He's right. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be the best. So I'm just going to turn back and go do something else with my life"? No. He stuck with it. And he went on a team named Atletico Madrid, who won the Spanish league last year. They got first place. They beat the Giants, Real Madrid, if anyone follows soccer. And he was one of the top scorers. And then he came over to the English Premier League, and now he's the #1 goal scorer. He scored 7 goals in 3 games. That's unheard of. This guy does not second guess himself, and he gets it done. All right? Now my third goal I'm going to point to you guys is, it kind of sounds redundant. You hear this a lot, but it's never quit. Never give up on whatever it is your dream is. There's going to be things that try to pull you off the track to finish that goal, but you've got to never quit. You've got to keep driving at it. Now I want to point you to someone else famous, Sylvester Stallone. I'm sure many of you guys know who Sylvester Stallone is. Famous actor. And most people know him for Rocky. Well, before Sylvester Stallone made Rocky, he was living on the streets. He was a bum. He was a drama major at University of Miami, dropped out early to go pursue his career in acting. No one would take him. He got little bit of roles here and there, nothing big. He was living to make ends meet, and he was on his knees, scraps, every day. He had one best friend. That was his dog. And he had wrote the script for Rocky watching a fight between 2 boxers. And he went to every single guy to get his movie directed, to have someone take his script. Everyone turned him down. And he was on low on money. So he sold his dog. He sold his dog, his best friend, outside a liquor store. $50 he sold his dog for. Then the next week, someone contacted him and said they love his script. They want to buy it. They offered him $100,000 for his script. And he said, "That's fine, but the only condition I have is I have to play the lead role." They looked him in the face and said, "No, you're a writer. You're not an actor." And did Sylvester Stallone say, "You're right? Yeah, that's fine. I'll take the $100,000. No, he said, "No, no deal. This is my movie. I want to be the lead actor." They called him back again and again. They offered him $400,000 for the script. And he still said, "If I can't play the lead role, I'm not giving it to you." Finally, they settled. $25,000, and he could play the lead role. Finally, they agreed. The day he got paid, he he went back to buy his dog back. And he offered the guy, and the guy said, he waited days to find this guy, the same place he sold it. And the guy said, no way. He ended up buying his dog back for $15,000. That's insane. Both the guy and the dog were in the movie. But as you all know, he won like, I think 7 Academy Awards from that movie. I mean, it's one of the most famous movies of all time, motivational. I mean, Sylvester Stallone had a dream, and nothing was going to stop him from getting it. He was not going to quit. He wasn't just going to sell out to every guy that offered him tons of money. No, he needed to get what he wanted to get, and you get his job. So in Toastmasters, when you're thinking of something that you need to get done, something big in your life, something you want to accomplish, maybe it's go on the moon, be an astronaut, something like that, you got to remember these 3 things. Never quit, don't second guess yourself, and have something that drives you. All right? Thank you, Toastmasters.